Give me just a few minutes to destroy every limiting belief you have around your business when it comes to success and failure. In this video, I'm gonna talk about clearly what it means to build a business based on the universal cosmic laws of abundance versus what it means to build a business based on the human laws of success. And you will leave this video feeling much more empowered, much more alive and full of energy, knowing that you're already on the right path, even though it may look like storm and shit and failure on the outside. I will show you that that's the perfect sweet spot for you to expand. So let's get into it. So if you're new here, my name is Ruxandra. I am a spiritual mentor, stylist, and entrepreneur besides everything else. And I'm here to share with you my story and my very deep understandings from what I experienced in life. My specialty is working with the DNA. So what I'm helping other people do, and especially entrepreneurs and leaders, I'm helping them reprogram their DNA so they always operate from full capacity and full genius. So just a little background about the DNA and what's this thing about. The essence of the DNA is that it is the building block of life. The DNA is made out of light and it has the power to vibrate at a low frequency, or the DNA can vibrate at a higher frequency. When your DNA is vibrating at a lower frequency, it means that you're stuck in separation, in limitation, in lack, in scarcity, pain, suffering, all the lower vibrational states, all the negative emotions that you can think about are produced by the biochemistry of the body when your DNA is vibrating very, very, very low. And this is the fear vibration that most of the people are unfortunately living in on Earth currently. But the DNA also, again, has the power to vibrate at a higher frequency. And what can you do to get your DNA to a higher frequency? You come to me. I have all the tools and the biohacking techniques and all the psychic powers to attune your DNA to a higher frequency, and you will see that actually everything that you do is a biohacking tool to take you either lower or higher. So when your DNA is vibrating at a very high frequency, this is where the most juicy part comes in. You feel as if you are so connected with the world. You feel so much love and you constantly live in unity and oneness. You feel one with God and you feel like life is moving through you with so much pleasure and ease that you don't even experience fear or separation. There's not even a reality for you out there in which you don't live the life that you desire. Because when your DNA vibrates at a very, very, very high frequency, you're basically constantly acting from completion, as if your life is already done, everything is already completed, and you're just having fun. So life feels very fun and playful when you are vibrating at a very high frequency. This is where most gurus live in. That's why it's called enlightenment. And this is not necessarily a state that you can constantly attain, but it's a state, a dimension that you're coming in and out. Basically, our whole life is ruled by the DNA, by these frequencies. In each moment, we are either living in separation, in a low vibration, or we are living in highness, in unity, in love, one with God and life. So when I work with leaders and entrepreneurs, I'm taking the blueprint of their DNA through the system that I'm working with that is called the gene keys, the keys that unlock your genetics. And this system is showing me everything about your life, their powers, their gifts, their weaknesses, their shadows, and how to turn them into higher states, how to turn them into gifts and powers that eventually will be used for the collective. So when I have this blueprint, I can see how you're meant to build businesses, how you're meant to build relationships, how to attract everything that you want in a very easy way, in its highest form. It's talking about your life mission, your life purpose, what you are meant to be eating for your own unique blueprint. It's honestly fascinating, and since I've been applying this kind of system to my business and to every business I've been working with, it's been like incredible and just giving amazing results and feeling so in tune with life. And this is the moment in which I also understood that failure and having nothing or business is not working is part of the process. It is part of getting to that very high state. I've been having this spiritual mentorship business for 6 years, and I started when COVID was just beginning, and it worked really well. I started as an energy healer and tarot reader. I was doing mini readings online, and at the time I was also working as a fashion stylist in Milan. And my business started working so well out of nowhere that I could drop my fashion styling career and I could fully jump into being a spiritual healer. And I eventually became a mentor over the years. And in the beginning, I was like, okay, let me invest everything that I can. Let me work with the best coaches, with the best mentors. Let me invest in my education and just build a very fucking powerful business. And I worked with a lot of mentors. I invested a lot of time and energy and resources. I think I had probably 3 or 4 business mentors, all very beautiful, amazing people with like amazing results, with amazing systems, with amazing tools. And with each mentor that I worked with, it felt like they are teaching me their own definition of success. It felt like the information was not landing. It felt only 50% true for me. And the other 50% felt like it was still a bit like too fake. Like, this is not for me. Like, whatever I would apply from their own little treasure chest of information would not fully bring the results that I wanted in my business. And then I was kind of like taking a step back. It felt like I was outgrowing my mentor. And then I was applying my own information. So how did I get my own information on how to build my business? I was connecting in ceremonies. Whatever you want to achieve in this life, it's coming first from your spiritual self. It's coming first in the quantum field by you feeling connected to your own essence, to your own higher self, to the God inside of you. So every single day I was holding ceremonies for other people, while at the same time I was holding ceremony, I was holding space for me, like a space of prayer, of shamanic ceremony, and I was connecting with the spirit of cacao, with the plants, with the earth. I was working with a lot of like entities of light and a lot of energies from the earth, let's say, and also out of the earth, and they gave me step by step every single moment what should I do in my business. So my business in the beginning was a really nice mix of what I learned from my mentors and also what I was channeling on my own. But in the back of building this business, which gave me like really good income, it gave me like a really nice lifestyle. I lived in Milan, in Bali, in Amsterdam, and the US on my own for the last 8 years. And I just lived my most luxurious life that I could ever live. And I found my own definition of luxury, and I'm grateful that my business could bring me that. So I was just living my best life, and it felt like in the back of living this best life, I still had the fear of, what if one day I arrive on nothing? What if one day everything stops working? What if one day people don't come to me anymore? And I also had this very subtle pressure of being successful, because I come from a family that is very strict and disciplined, which I'm very grateful for, because now I have very strong values and very strong rules in my life and standards. But at the same time, it was a little bit like unhealthy for me, because I brought a very strong overachiever energy in my business, and I was very masculine. Even though I was a spiritual mentor or a spiritual healer, I was still working very hard. And even if I had nothing to work on, I couldn't fully relax, and I was just finding something to work on, to feel like I'm productive, to feel like I bring value in the world. And all of this time, the reason of having this business was not because I could make a lot of money, because I saw that it is possible. But for me, it was the fact that I could awaken in other people something, that I could use my psychic gifts to heal the world. And I'm a Pisces. Deep inside of my heart, I just want to help everyone heal and support the world, so I always had pure intentions. But in the back of my mind and in my nervous system, there was always this kind of pressure of, I need to be successful, I can never be a failure. And over the years, life guided me in such a way that I had to meet the very big fear of failure. And this happened like maybe 8 months ago, shortly after I moved to Dubai. On my own, my intuition told me that I need to come here to expand my business and to find the love of my life. And my desire was to definitely make more money, but to also reach a higher audience, to work with higher level people, because I feel like my work is for those kind of people. And I had over the years some amazing top performers in the world that I worked with, and I felt like living in Bali was not supportive for me and the audience that I wanted to reach. And my desire to make money through my business is to actually just give to other people. I don't want to make money just for myself. Like, I want to go on the street and give to other people, or to give to my friends, because there are so many friends around me who are so talented, yet they have no one to support them. And everyone is going through a collective wave of scarcity and limitation and having nothing. And when I had nothing in these last months, at some points, also the people around me had nothing, because obviously from some people I asked for support. And now in my heart I was like, oh my God, I wish I could help you. I really, 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 really wish I could help you. So anyway, my desire to make much more money is pure. And I also want to build a wellness studio here in Dubai. We have everything set out, all the plan, all the budget, the idea, the brand, everything with my sister. And we're just searching for an investor. So if you're an investor and you're watching this, you can send me a private message, and I would love to chat more about our incredible business idea, because it's pretty fucking powerful. So when I came here, I was met with all of my fears coming true. My business stopped working, and I was trying everything you could ever imagine. Everything. People around me were leaving. Some of them didn't want to support me. Some of the people thought that I'm fake or I'm scammer. I couldn't fully have the support of my family because it's complicated. Like, I love them, but they will never, never, never understand this. I had no other desire to work. Like, I was met with this very big death moment, an ego death, in which the old version of me had to die for me to move forward in life and to actually receive my dreams and my desires, like to receive what I came here for. I didn't know that in order for me to receive what I came here for, as in love and success and community and adding value, will come through having a very big zero moment, big fat zero moment, and seeing it as a failure, but then transforming it into a very big, expansive moment of abundance. So in all of these months, it was kind of like a constant hell for 8 to 6 months, in which I had a miracle, some money coming in, someone helping me, then another moment of zero. Back and forth, back and forth. My sister and I wasted all of our tears as if they were like millions. And we're just crying and crying and crying every single day, crying, feeling so much pain, and meeting all of our fears and feeling the fear like there was nothing else to be done. In all of those moments, all of my beliefs around what is true, around success and failure, absolutely destroyed. And thank God to this Jinky system that I'm working with, there's also a book around it. There's everything written about the cosmos and the cosmic laws and the future of business, about success, about failure, about community, about everything. So it's like an encyclopedia. If I have it, let me show it to you. Oh yeah, she's here. She's on the bed. No, my book is very old. It's very thick. And it's kind of like an encyclopedia. Yeah, it looks like this. So basically here, I read this book like 5 times. I know everything about it. Thank God I had this book and I had all of this information, because otherwise I would probably exit the planet by now, honestly. And because I read this book and understood the very deep cosmic laws of suffering and pain and success and failure and death and rebirth, then I could also relax into the failure moment, relax into it and not let it say anything about me. Because when having a business and you build a persona around yourself, that is when shit gets serious. Because God and life will show you that that persona that you built, even though it looks positive, it's actually an illusion. It's a lie. And it also says in the book, our genes are constantly rebuilding themselves. They are constantly being reprogrammed. So what I was 1 minute ago, it's not who I am now. Like what you're watching now, even it could be live, it's actually the past. Because your body is recreating itself in every single moment at the quantum level. But the mind is so limited that it cannot fully understand what this process means. So just take a deep breath, close your eyes and relax into everything that I'm about to share. So when I fully relaxed and I saw that everything that I built around myself, my persona, everything that I did in the last 6 years of my business was ready to die for a new form to be born, it was very hard. Like again, it was a very long process. I thought that I will never, ever, ever get out of it. Like when you find yourself in failure, maybe you're going bankrupt, maybe you are in debt, maybe you're homeless, maybe you have no food on a table. This happens even at the highest level. It feels eternal. It feels like you will never get out of it. And I want you in your lowest state, in your desperate suffering, I want you to stay there, to breathe into it and to not let the mind get in the way of the process. Because this process is extremely precious. This is the ground for your ascension. Let's say that you have an ambition. I will take something easy that most of the people on planet Earth want, and we have no shame around it. Okay, guys? We're not judging here. This is the most uplifting, positive space of the internet, and wherever you desire is valid, and I will not judge you, and you promise to not judge me as well. So let's say that you have an ambition. I'm not gonna say a dream or a goal, an ambition to have or to make $1 million in your business in 1 year, a few years, however long you want. You set that intention out into the universe. And you don't have to say it 100 times. You don't have to say every day, I want $1 million. You just say it one time because you're speaking to yourself like a spell and your subconscious mind is listening. So in the start of my business 6 years ago, I set an ambition of becoming a millionaire from my own gifts, from my own psychic gifts, from just serving and healing the world. And over the years, I was impatient. I was like, where is my billion? And I also learned from other millionaires. And I was still looking on the outside so much. And I was like, where's my million? But in that process, I didn't understand that I was in the process of become a millionaire. It just came to me after I suffered so deeply. And I understood that money is infinite. That even when I have nothing, an opportunity will appear out of nowhere. And that's the ultimate millionaire frequency. That you're trusting the field, that whatever will come through in perfect time. So anyway, I set this ambition in the beginning, and just this year I realized that for me to become a millionaire, I have to go through all of these challenges and through all of this pain, because this is another cosmic law of our genetics. With how much greatness you hold the zero and the failure, in the same way, with the same greatness, God will also allow you to hold the millions. Because you can never, ever, ever hold so much abundance with such a big identity unless you experience the opposite, the zero. So you need to literally be so humbled by life to see that you know nothing. And trust me, I met some millionaires and multimillionaires that are actually very sad, and they are very much in scarcity, and they don't even see it. Like literally, some of them are acting as if it was like me when I was 10 years old and I thought that we are poor and my family doesn't have nothing, but in the end it turned out that we had. But anyway, so like very, 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 very low scarcity. And this is because they have certain beliefs about themselves, what it means success and failure, and it's also about identity, like being a millionaire, being an artist, being a very successful mentor, being a content creator, being a successful influencer. They are all identities. And when you are working with me in my mentorship containers, which by the way are very powerful, and we are navigating all of these identity shifts in a very magical, mystical, powerful way, you will understand that everything is an identity, and this is what I'm helping you achieve or jump into or align with rather. So after all of these experiences, the only thing that shifted was my attitude and my perspective towards life. I understood that nothing in life is a failure, but everything is a win and a victory as long as I see it in that way. Because the moment that I give it meaning that it's a failure, it means that I'm judging myself. It means that I'm not loving myself as an infinite creator. It means that I'm giving my power away to some outer forces that don't even exist. So when I fully let myself move through this process, and I teach you exactly how, step by step, I guide you into this kind of processes in my mentorship again, and my one-on-one session that is the magic hour for only €111. We go through everything that is bothering you in your life and we attune you to a higher level of being and receiving. So once I let myself go through this process and process the emotions and process all of the death and the identity shifts, that is when I rose and I aligned with my own definition of success. And I rewired my brain in a very high specific way that now everything that I do is perfect and I don't see myself at all as a failure. I looked at all of my limiting beliefs from childhood. I looked at everything that my parents told me and taught me, and I completely rewired that so I can see myself already as a complete, whole human being that only has victories. And that is the moment when I shifted out of these very low zero spaces and I truly started to make money instantly. If before I had certain ideas around how I need to be when I make money, that I need to be perfect, that I need to look good on the camera, that I need to sell in a certain way, that I need to perform in a certain way, all of these were like illusions. All of these were things that I learned from other coaches that are not true for me. When I let go of that, that is when truly higher sums of money, big amounts of money came into my life from one day to another. And this is truly living according to your own magical frequency, because this is a very high frequency of the spirit that can make things manifest in an instant. But the only work that you need to do is to actually let yourself be space and be free to receive all the abundance that the spirit has to give you. So what we do together is we look at all of your limiting beliefs, we go deep and we make peace with them. We accept them, we love them. And in that kind of like very deep love and acceptance that you find inside of yourself, you find yourself perfect and you will no longer hold limiting beliefs, shadows, things that you're not even aware of that are blocking you, like imposter syndrome, all of these things that say that you need to be in a specific way in order for you to receive. We'll let go of all of that debris and heaviness, and not only that, you will feel so full of aliveness and life force energy, and your health will become incredible, and your relationships will bloom all of a sudden, and you start to receive so much, not even money, let's go beyond that, but like receiving opportunities that you never ever dreamed of. Like only this summer I was invited to go to 2 countries from people around me, with the trip that was like fully covered, everything paid. And I received so many more opportunities in this kind of like zero space in which I was, because I opened to the love and the heart of the collective, and I saw that everyone around me wants to support me. But it was first about me coming clean with myself, accepting my emotions, accepting that I'm in a very low state, and not only that, but opening my heart to truly share what I'm going through, to be intimate with the other person, as in emotionally intimate, and to show them the true me, the true version of me, to feel that I'm liberated, that I no longer have to put on a specific persona, that I'm this very successful mentor and I have my life figured out and I have my shit together. No, I'm a channel for God and I'm a spiritual mentor, but I can also be on zero, because this is life. And this is when I accepted everything, and everything came into my life, because I became so unshakable, and I saw that even if I'm on zero, I'm still living my best life, even though I was suffering. Even when I have a lot, I'm still living my best life. It's just that maybe I'm buying more things, or I'm experiencing other things that feel much more exciting in a moment. But being on zero made me so extremely resourceful and so full of solutions and so audacious. And I feel like it was the best thing that ever happened in my life. Very big takeaway that I want you to have is to feel into everything that I shared, and to look at your life, at all of your beliefs that you have around success and failure. Feel the pressure in your body. Feel if you're putting pressure on your shoulders, if you feel any tightness in the chest, in the belly. Some of you may have problems with your digestion. All of these pains in the body reflect your own limitation, your own contraction towards receiving more life. All of these pains in the body reflect that on a subconscious level, you still judge yourself, you still don't feel yourself powerful, and you're afraid to face the fear of failure, which in essence is the fear of death, but this is another story. So I want you to feel in your body somatically where you feel like you're limiting yourself, and to breathe into that. And again, I can teach you and I can show you how in 60 minutes, in a very easy process. I can take you inside of your body and I will help you understand where you are limiting yourself, and all of those limitations will be instantly transformed into power. So if you're a leader or entrepreneur who wants to build a very powerful business, or if you are in the beginning of your journey, or maybe you're in the middle, or maybe you just hit a massive block, then this session is for you. And I made it very accessible for everyone for only €111. And once you book the session, I will send you an email with the time in which we can schedule it, and we can do this both online and also in person in Dubai. Let me know in a comment down below what's the most interesting thing that you heard in this video and that you're going to take away and apply in your own life and business. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share it with someone that really needs to hear this. And if you have any suggestions for other videos, I would love to hear from you, and I will see you in the next one.